Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. If you remember last week, I made a video about a sheriff in Michigan who actually, on the down low for the last 3 years, has been investigating Dominion and what happened in 2020. And he found evidence of Chinese interference, hacking, being connected to the internet, things we were told are impossible. This morning, that sheriff took all of his evidence to Jim Jordan and Congress, and he is asking them to step in now before the 2024 presidential election. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to One Nation Under God. Thank you so much. Really quickly, I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Midas Gold Group. They're a second-generation veteran family-owned gold, silver, and precious metals IRA firm. They protect your money from Bidenomics, and that is spite inflation, high gas prices, collapse of the dollar, and bank runs. They are backed by Sebastian Gorka himself. Contact them today at MidasGoldGroup.com or call them at 480-360-3000. And when you mention Vlad, they will give you a bunch of free silver. Let's get right into it. Barry County Sheriff sends evidence to Representative Jim Jordan alleging foreign interference in voting machines across the state during 2020. Demands an immediate review and an investigation. Barry County Sheriff Dar Leave has made a bold move by sending a letter to the United States Representative Jim Jordan, urging a congressional investigation into what he claims as evidence of foreign interference in the 2020 choosing. Sheriff Leaf alleges that electronic voting machines were accessed by foreign nationals across the United States, including Michigan, to manipulate election results. In his letter, Sheriff Leaf details ongoing investigations and expresses concerns about the integrity of election systems both locally and nationwide. The sheriff asserts he is ready to submit critical portions of his investigation for immediate review. Now, we're going to read this part. My office has come into possession of evidence that foreign nationals have accessed electronic voting machines in Michigan and other states. This evidence demonstrates that electronic voting systems and electronic election systems used in elections in Michigan and throughout the United States are not secure, and an immediate investigation is needed by Congress. I have evidence in my file of Serbian foreign nationals entering our election systems while the voters were being counted and prior to certification. The election vendor, Dominion, hired these Serbian employees and disclosed in emails that they are not able to provide backgrounds on these individuals due to law in Serbia. It has only been a mere 25 years since conflict involving Serbia. Therefore, the United States has allowed a scenario where potentially Serbian military criminals are running our elections and remotely entering our election equipment. I am investigating the role that some individuals inside the United States have played in conspiring with these foreign nationals, and who have even directed and instructed them to access and interfere with electronic voting machines and electronic voting systems during past elections, including the November 2020 election. Multiple false assurances from state and federal agencies and private companies that our elections were secure and not compromised through remote network access or otherwise. Moreover, I have evidence that United States Dominion and its affiliate, Dominion, instructed its employees to alter or otherwise falsely falsify the integrity of the software and hardware in its voting machines and systems to attain certification by the Election Assistance Commission, even when they knew that the system could not be properly verified and certified. Additionally, I have evidence that the voting machines and systems are vulnerable to alternation and manipulation, i.e., interference, by the use of thumb drives and external devices that can be surreptitiously connected to voting machines before, during, and after. Now, I'm going to stop there, ladies and gentlemen. This is what Mike Lindell has been running on since 2021, saying they used hard drives, connected it, played around. But we were told impossible. Y'all, you pillow man, former drug addict, you shut your mouth. You know nothing. Are you going to say the same things to the sheriff who spent 3 years hands-on investigating this? Ladies and gentlemen, foreign interference. Our intel agencies colluded with foreign nationals to go after Trump. The flu, right, that started in 2020 was released because of Trump to get him out. Not a doubt in my mind. It was created and they held it for, for whenever. And they released it because of him. Not only that, but our intel agencies colluded with foreign nationals to interfere in our choosings. You know what the penalty for that is according to the Constitution of the United States. Not good for them. Treason. For the last 3 years, and I've been saying this, and I really felt it on my heart, and those who have been following me, you guys know I've said this many times, we looked to Arizona, right? We looked to the Nevada. We looked to the Pennsylvania audits, and we're like, this is going to be the one that's going to bring the truth. Do you guys remember? And I keep forgetting her name. She was a senator, state senator in Arizona. She ran the audit, and then her family got a huge deal with the state, like multi-billion-dollar deal, and then she just deleted all the evidence. She backstabbed us. We got screwed in Pennsylvania, but I kept saying, God works in mysterious ways. I believe something in the most unexpected way. And it's a sheriff, a local sheriff who is bringing more truth than any of these senators, congressmen, or state or federal politicians. In a state that makes New York corruption, look like a walk in the park. And that's Michigan, the bluest of the blue, corruption of the most corrupt. And there's a sheriff with the cojones and the spirit of truth in him, leading the charge, who actually says, I have evidence. I'm ready to come and present it. It's not just happening in my state. It's nationwide. And this time, it's not a hearsay. He spent 3 years while everyone was on the news talking about, we're going to investigate. We're going to look into it. This man, nobody even knew him. Nobody knew his name, his face, nothing. He was doing God's work. I want to give him a round of applause. This man is in the front line trying to save the nation. This is why we need to get, yes, presidential elections, Congress, Senate, very important, all important, don't get me wrong. But local seats, sheriffs, secretary of states, board of supervisors, locals, that's where the true power is. That's why George Soros doesn't invest in federal elections that much anymore. He's going after local DAs, sheriffs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. This one's actually, I believe, is gonna make a huge wave, and it's right in time. Right on time. Ladies and gentlemen, there's also another huge developing story where a Michigan attorney was arrested yesterday, right after her court appearance in DC concerning this case. She was arrested by marshals less than 2 hours after presenting her case. I'll be making a video on that later on today, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for your time. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with a friend or two, subscribe if you haven't done so already, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload. Trump 2024. God bless.